When given a part and a total. In your current location, go ahead and write down what that means to you, what you already know, or what it makes you think about. Go. Anything jump out at you that makes you think of something? Or would you like to share your current location? Kira?
Like, it kind of reminds me, like, I kind of thought about what we did yesterday.
Okay.
Because you kind of explained percents, and then I had to think of what a part and a total was, and I tried to kind of mix those together to try and figure out if I knew anything about that.
Okay, excellent. Anybody else have a current destination or current location, sorry, that they'd like to share? Hayden, go for it.
I can make a table and understand what the question is asking, but I don't know how to work with the percentages.
Okay, so you know how to use a table and you think this might require something, or you could use a table for this type of a problem? Okay. And we need some more work with percentage. That's what I'm understanding. Okay. Anybody else want to share? For me. What do you notice in the picture? Emily?
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies. So right now I'm already interested in the problem. Here we go. The Girl Scouts have started their 2015 cookie sales. The Comanche Troop has set a goal of selling 400 boxes of cookies this year. After the first day, they have sold 80 boxes. What percent of their goal have they reached? Okay. What percent of their goal have they reached? I'm going to give you some private reasoning time. I want you to see if you can figure that part out. Go for it. Just part A. Okay, I see a couple of people that are kind of sitting and thinking, what are your options? What can you do if you're stuck? What can you do? Use the poster. What does the poster say? Write down what you know and ask good questions. Okay? Those are your two options. So if you're stuck, write down what you do know or ask a question. I want you to do a quick turn and talk with your neighbor. I want you to share two things. Number one, I want you to share what you think the answer is if you got to that point. And number two, I want you to share how you got there. If you didn't get to an answer yet, go ahead and share what you think you would do next. Okay? So partner A, front of the room, talks first. Partner B will listen to understand. Then partner B will talk, and partner A will listen to understand. Are you ready? Go.
To get to 80 and you're stopping right before. I did 500. Well, I did 400 divided by 80 to get to that. 10 to get to 400. Percent. So I don't know if that's right.
What partner A is supposed to be talking? All right. Partner B, your turn.
Well, at first I tried doing
I got so confused on what to do. So I was gonna write what I know in a question until we went out and we went out of time. But I think what I do next is,
even though we didn't do it, I thought that we could divide it by 100 to get to 100. Since mostly every percent is 100, and then that didn't work because I couldn't do it to the 80, so I divided 8 by 400 to get 50, and I tried to do 50 for every 10%.
All right, yep. Yep. As I walked around and looked, I didn't see very many definite answers on your paper, so I want to review, not really review, but go back to a problem that we worked on yesterday. We talked about grades because we said grades were the thing we connected with the most when it comes to percents as a 6th grader, right? Okay? So we looked at problems like this. Nick got a paper back with plus 16 out of 25 at the top. Okay? He was trying to figure out his percent because he wants to know what letter grade that is. So talk with your elbow partner about how you go about solving this problem. Go. Feel free to use your brain GPS sheet if you want to write anything down. I see some people want to write to explain. Go.
Make the chart like we did yesterday. And then find out the percentage and add it up every time. Turn it behind the other one.
Because then if I do that, then it's asking Nick got his paperback and what is it? 25? Yeah. So 25 to get 100 is
Whatever will be helpful for you.
Yeah. So then we take this top number 16 and times that with 5. Oh yeah.
Okay, pause for a second. You've had a chance to talk with your partner, or at least come up with a plan how you would attack this kind of a problem. Nick, how close are you? Okay. Nick's going to share with us what he would do. No, since it's his paper. And he'll go ahead and explain what he was thinking as he works through the process. Okay. Go for it.
Okay, well, at first I knew that 25, we had 25 to the bottom, or the bottom number, so I knew that 100% would, like, since that's all that you could get, so I knew that 100, it would be 100, so the 25 would represent the 100%, and so I times it by 4 to get 100, so I knew I would have to do that to the top number. So, and I times it by 4 and I got 64.
All right, can I get a read voice from Team 3? Go for it, Isaac.
Nick knew that the bottom number was the full amount of points that you could get, and since that's the full amount of points, that equals 100%. And you just and he had to times 25 by 4 to get 100. And what you do to the bottom number, you have to do to the top number. So he did 16 times 4, and he got 64.
Okay. I heard a couple of really important things in there that I want to make sure we heard all together. This 25 represents what? What does the 25 represent, Hayden?
The whole number.
The whole thing. Okay. Then what does 100 represent? Kira?
The percentage.
What part of the percent?
The whole percentage that you
The whole thing, right? So that was the whole possible points you could get, and that's the most possible percent you could get. Does that make sense? Okay? Nick was really careful to say that. That's how he set it up the way, or why he set it up the way he set it up. Okay? Now I want you to try to look at this problem. You can take your pick. Thank you. Look at this problem. How is it like the one about Girl Scout cookies? How is it like the one about Girl Scout cookies? Talk with your elbow partner.
This time it was split up. We should set it up. Yeah, I'll set mine up with that. We were going up because that was lower than 100, but this one. Don't we figure out how the 400 is going to be? So we had to figure out how we were going to do it. But since it's already bigger, what do we do? Well, how does 80 gets to 100?
Yep. Yep. We found a connection between Nick's paper and his score and the problem we're working on right now with Girl Scout cookies. Okay, not so many connections, but I did notice that a lot of you went back and in your conversations were talking about how you would go about solving the Girl Scout cookie problem. So you might have some more ideas now. Hayden, can you share your connection between Nick's paper problem and the Girl Scout cookie problem?
What I said was that you have to multiply up in that one over there, but since we have a higher number than 100 for this problem, we had to divide down.
Can you show what you're talking about?
It's just this little bit right here. What I did was that I was trying to figure out what 80 and 400 was, but I figured out that's not what I was supposed to be doing. It was 80 over 400.
What does that represent? 80 over 400?
The 80 boxes sold out of the 400.
Okay.
So then once I did that, I knew 400 is times 4 then 100. So instead of multiplying it, I divided it by 4. And I got 100, and I did the same thing for the top, and I got 20 over 100%.
Can I get a revoice from team 1? We'll go with Jackson today.
He tried to figure out 80 and 400, but he couldn't, so he took 80 over 400 and divided it by 4.
Okay. What does the 80 represent?
How much he sold,
Okay. And what does the 400 represent?
what his goal is.
Okay. Which of those is a part? We said we were given a part and a total, so what's the part? Hayden?
The 80.
80 boxes that were sold. So what's the total? Banana. 400. Okay. Is there another way I can solve this problem? Talk with your elbow partner.
You can make a yes. If you use Hayden's strategy,
I divided.
so did I.
But I divided.
What's one thing? So if you keep counting up from 20 to get to 83%.
Isn't it divided?
22.
I divided 4 times.
Talk with Isaac. Is it possible to use some sort of table?
And I got 24, so I knew that would be close.
Can you use this one to get there?
Seeing, like I was just counting with this one. Oh, wait, I did this wrong.
Can you use something similar to get there?
Yes.
Here it looks like. Yep. What did you decide? One way to solve or multiple ways to solve? Multiple. Nolan? Multiple ways to solve. I saw a lot of you started with some sort of table on your paper. It wasn't exactly the same on everybody's, but some sort of table. But I noticed a lot of you changed your table at some point as you went through, which is absolutely okay because you changed your thinking. But I didn't see anyone come up with the 20% using a table. Is it possible to come up with the 20% using a table? Talk with your elbow partner.
No, I don't know because how. Oh, wait.
60, 80.
Wait, do what's the fine?
I think that the answer is 25%. Wait. we only went to 100. We all only went to 100.
Mhm.
By 10. So,
Farther, maybe.
if we went farther, we could have. If we went to 400, we could have.
That'd be
Ready? Yep. All right, Macy. Macy has a table she'd like to show. And by she'd like to, I mean I picked her. Tell us about it.
Well, that I did the 80 divided by 4 to get the 20, and then the 400 divided by 4 to get 100. Then we divided by 2 and got 40, and then 200, and we did it again to get the 20 and the 100.
Why can't you stop when it's 200?
Because you need to get to the 100%. The 100.
You need to get to the 100 because it represents what?
Like the 100%.
It represents 100%. A revoice from Team 5. Go for it, Hayden.
What she did was she did 80 divided by 4 to get the 20, and then 400 divided by 4 to get the 100 million. And then at the bottom she had 80 over 400, and then she divided the 80 by 2 to get the 20, and then 400 by 2 to get the 100.
Okay. Any questions for Macy? No? All right, I want to pause with this problem because I don't think we have enough time to really get a good discussion about Part B. This is a paper you'll need to hang on to for tomorrow. Okay? I do have an exit ticket I want you to do. It has some percents I'd like you to figure out. Yep. I want you to go ahead and wrap up whatever last one you're working on and go ahead and put it in the basket because I'd like to talk about what habits you use today. Got a good place for tomorrow's problem. You know what you thought? Think about what habits of interaction, habits of mind you've used today. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice job. All right, there they are. Habits of mind, habits of interaction. You'll notice I've put the arrows already on private reasoning time. We use it every single day. You're not allowed to point that one out. All right? Listen to understand. We use it every single day. I'm not going to let you point it out anymore. Explain, we use every single day. I'm not going to let you point it out anymore. So you have to look at all the other ones and find something that you use today. Oh, we'll start with banana.
Multiple pathways.
Multiple pathways, explain.
With the Girl Scout cookie problem, when we were all doing it different ways, and
Can you give me an example of what those ways were?
like when somebody did the percent chart.
Okay, so some people made a table, and some people did what?
Some people did just like Hayden did that. I don't know.
He did multiplication
Yeah.
instead of writing it as a chart. Okay, excellent. Go put your arrow up. Hayden, you've done an excellent job volunteering today. I'll let you put yours up. Which one?
Preserve and seek more. Perseverance.
There you go. Persevere and seek more. Tell me about it.
When you were doing that worksheet just now, some people, instead of just doing one little strip, they did the entire page.
So they were seeking more by doing more work. All right, I'll give you that. Team 3, Isaac.
Connections, because I made a lot of connections with yesterday's problems. With the next problem, the next paper problem, that helped me with the Hungarian problem.
Excellent. last name. Mac, jeez.
Compare our logic and ideas when we were talking with our elbow partners.
Excellent. I like that you guys are now seeing the difference between comparing our logic and our ideas versus critique and debate. Okay? I think it helped huge that we had a big old debate the other day. I need a team 2 person. Nick.
I can't see any of the quizzes.
Do you know where your contacts? Oh, there's a little small list behind you. Does that help?
Connections,
We got one up
mistakes and stuck
there.
points.
Tell me about it.
Like, because sometimes when people are working, like the percentages, they multiply wrong, but they got back on track.
Okay. We also talked about how we can ask questions and write down things we do know if we do get stuck. Go ahead. Tori.
Makes sense.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it makes sense of your problem when I went up there to show the class.
Okay. So you were making sense when someone else was showing their work. Okay. Was there any other time you were making sense today? Kira?
We were also making sense when we were trying to make sense out of our problem. Because I didn't know how, like before he went up there and explained his thing, I didn't know how to split 400 up into 100 because I was like trying to figure out some complicated way to stick 400 into 100, and then he explained it. I was like, oh yeah, duh.
Okay, so you were making sense when you were solving on your own, but then you were making sense another way when you were listening to somebody else. Is that what I'm understanding? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Go ahead and put it up there. The bell's going to ring any second because remember our clock is off. So go ahead and grab your agenda. Where do you think that brain GPS should go?
Binder.